Testing, testing. I'm just gonna assume things are working. What's up, Ark? Rolling some dudes. Probably just gonna do the one. This is sort of a test. Both my abilities and TikTok's abilities. We'll see. Alright. Trying something else. Alright. Chrono Trigger it is. What's up, everybody? Nico Dubois? Dubois? I can't pronounce words, but welcome, dude. I see you commenting on my stuff a lot. What's up? Hey. I'm probably gonna wait a little bit before starting. How many people are in here? What's up, Sean? What's up, I Eat Toes? You have a sinking suspicion that you would have received a beginner scroll box. Oh no. Not my beginner scrolls. Alright. I'm not really waiting for anything in particular, so might as well get started. I also sure hope that this gets recorded. I have no idea how TikTok Live works, so I hope that I can record this and then edit it into a normal video later, but we'll see. Alright, for the people who are here, which D20 should I use? Is that all of them? One more. I got one for orange. Blue enamel, you mean this one? This one's pretty cool. Dark blue and gold. Roll for die. Alright, I do have 10 die, so I can roll for die. That's probably the best, the fairest way to do it. Let me get a... Alright, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's my D10. I'll use this guy. It's an 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going with this guy. Alright, y'all. Moment of truth. Oh, also, one more question for y'all. Which, I've got these 2 race species lists. Are we feeling normal dudes? Funky dudes? I haven't done any orcs, elves, human stuff in a while. I've been mostly doing this role. Funky, I got 1 roll for funky. Could always just flip for it again. Go normal. You know, I'm gonna do normal. I'm just gonna do the regular roll for the first live stream. I don't want to overthink everything. We've got this guy. That is a 6. 6 for Tiefling. And if anybody's ever interested, I always like to write everything on the on these little post-it notes, and then I stick them on the back of the these dudes. So if you buy the originals, you can see how bad my handwriting is in person. Okay, we got a Tiefling. Rolling for class, baby. Oh, 12, Tiefling, Paladin. Hell yeah. Oh no, my music. 6, 12. Oops. I pull out my fancy secondary roll. This one's Paladin. In case I ever forget, I do write it on the bottom. If anyone's ever interested. Got a D4 for Paladin Oath. It's a 3 Redemption. And then I'll do this. Alright. Now, armor. We roll a D8 and this cute little armor thing. We got light, medium, heavy. So that's medium 5. Medium 5 is studded. Paladin. So then I'll write down here, Tiefling Paladin. Devotion. I use a 2 for medium 5. Studded. Last one. Rolling for Weapon. Oh boy. Silly shit. I don't know if I can swear. I hope I don't offend anybody with my terrible, terrible potty mouth. Rubber chicken. Beautiful. Alright. Total rolls we're going with today. We got a Tiefling. Again, you guys can see how bad my handwriting is. Tiefling Paladin of Devotion. Studded armor. Rubber chicken. So let's see. This is when I usually kind of take a couple minutes and think of, you know, what's the vibe, right? I tend to kind of find one idea to build off of, and either it comes to me quickly or or it takes a little longer, you know. I try to keep things pretty simple. You know, I'm not trying to make actual D&D characters, you know. I love when people are like, ooh, I'm gonna steal this for an NPC. for my game. These are not, like, rule-specific characters, right? That's kind of... I've gotten some people that are like, oh, that's not heavy armor, or... Oh, Artificer isn't a type of fighter. It's like, I know. I'm not making an actual character sheet. This is just for excuses to draw stuff, right? That's all we're doing. If people want to make character sheets, that'd be cool. I'm not going to be the one to do it, though. What's up, Alan? Thank you. Alan Ellie. I don't roll for colors until after I've done the... after I do the doodle. I guess I could do it at the beginning, but I like to roll it in the middle. That's just kind of how I've been doing it. Studded leather apron. Devoted to a chicken restaurant. That's a good one. Oh, I like that. I think I might steal that. You get credit, Nico. Also, if anybody wants to join me in the woodcutting guild, if you can find me, I am chopping some magics. I'm 30k to 90. Dude, Ellie, I'm not going to stop you. Also, what's up, everybody? How many people are in here? Am I dumb? Because it looks like I got a lot of hearts, but I don't know what that means. It says 11 people in here. That's pretty dope. What's up, everybody? Nice. Okay, y'all know more about TikTok than I do. I'm going to be totally honest. I can't stand TikTok. It's cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff it does, right? What's up, Squid Ninja? I love your face. All right, Tiefling. Ooh, you know what I should do? In case people come in late. Let me make this a little nicer. Yeah, thanks, Nico. It's I've been using it to, you know, post stuff and chat with people on my side of stuff. But anytime I try to scroll through stuff or like use it as a social media thing, I just get frustrated and mad at the world, and you know, it's just a lot of crazy stuff. And nobody likes to give context for anything, so you make a whole video and you're like, oh, you have to watch 3 more videos to find out that X, Y, and Z. It's like, just tell me the thing. Yeah. I'm sure it does take a while for the algorithm to get you to show stuff that I want to see, but... yeah, my main, my personal social media vice of choice is YouTube, which I'm sure you can say just as much trash about YouTube, right? But yeah, the views bait. It's like, dude, just... I'm gonna stop complaining. People are gonna realize how bitter I am. It's a joke. Okay, I'm gonna steal Nico's idea. I hope it's Nico and not Nico? Nico? We've got a tiefling paladin devoted to their rubber chickens. Nico? Okay, cool. Oh, another thing I like to do with these little post-it notes, I'll usually do some little thumbnails, some quick sketches, just to kind of get some ideas down. Sometimes I'll do them on bigger paper. Usually, you know, sometimes it'll take like 1 or 2 tries. Like, if any of y'all remember the little mushroom guy with the totem. Pull him up. Yeah, this guy. So I did one, and I like this one a little better because it's a little bit more playful. And I've kind of done this pose like for 30 different dudes where they're like crouched forward and approaching, you know. So I try to keep it up. I try to mix it up. Different poses, different all that stuff, you know? I'm not just going to draw the same face, the same pose, the same angle every time. It just gets boring. For me. And I'm sure it gets boring for people watching it too. Alright. It is cool. It gets the job done, you know? How many dudes have you made those more detailed pictures for? Just the example ones on your site? Oh, the, like the big legendary. I think it's just those 3. I did a commission for somebody of that tier, but I don't have it with me because I sent it to him, obviously. Yeah, I just, I like those characters and I wanted to do more for them and also have something more, clear on the listing instead of me just saying, it'll look more detailed, y'all, trust me. Oh. I'm getting all mixed up, y'all. I told you this was a test. So let's see. Ideas I've got right now is kind of an older tiefling in a shop with chickens. I've been trying to throw in a few more like background elements and stuff for some of these guys instead of just let's see. You know what? I'm not feeling it. And that's why we do it. That's why we do it here. Instead of here first. I'd rather waste post-it notes than my good paper. This is the paper I use, by the way, if anyone is curious. I have no particular loyalty to this brand. It was just a good size at a local art shop I'm a big fan of. Shop local for art, if nothing else. Art and food. Corvair fried chicken. Yeah, of course, Kayla. I feel like I don't think I'm gonna do, you know, it'd be cool to do a live stream, dude, every day. I'm not gonna obligate myself to do that just yet, because this is just a trial run. But that'd be cool. Let's see. I like that. Yeah, integrate the seal into the Ooh, we could do something a little wacky. Yeah, I'd love to do stuff, collaborate with other D&D creators. You know, I'm not really sure what that would look like right now. But the main reason that I started DnD.oodles like that, the name for that comes from back when I used to play, when I first played D&D, which I did a one-shot with some friends last week, but I don't really play a lot of D&D. But when I did, I would do, I'm drawing the stuff that's happening while we're playing, and trying to come up with little jokes or silly little, just documenting the stupid interactions with shopkeepers and that fun stuff. And I just make these little comics, and then so by the end of the game session, you have this little chronicle, this little comic of everything that just happened. And that's kind of where this started, where I was like, I'd love to make that it's like Doodle Notes. I'd love to make that I was like, what if that can be a hireable service? I can, because people do that for their own. There's Adventures of Avantis. Someone please correct me. The animated thing where there's the funny little clown guy, and y'all gotta know what I'm talking about. But I was like, what if someone can, instead of having to have a whole production for your own thing, you can just have a comic or two, or a little book of your favorite one-shots. So TBD on all that, though. I'm still working on freaking that out. Oh, this is Chrono Trigger. It's just the, whoops. It's the, overworld of Chrono Trigger. I just wanted something that was playing music. And I just got this guy the other day. It's cool as hell. The Miyu Mini Plus. Super cute. I've got Pokemon Crystal. I'm like 80% through Link's Awakening right now. Yeah, thanks, Nico. Somebody just invited me to co-host. I don't know what that means. Frankly, I'm gonna ignore it right now. Thank you. Yeah, I've been drawing since preschool. And I've been pretty gung-ho about it that whole time, so I think this will be the first ever dude where you can't see his whole body. I'm gonna put him in a little shop window. Get my eraser. I turn... Dude, I actually had to think about it. I turned 32 in October. Damn. I actually had to think about that for a second. When I turned 25, for like a couple months before my birthday, I was convinced I was turning 24 because of the joke in SpongeBob where he says, it's funnier than 24. 25! So SpongeBob gaslit me into believing that I was younger than I really was. It's a very strange realization when my friend was like, "What year were you born?" I had to pause and do some math. What's up, Seed? Castrejon. I'm going to be mispronouncing everybody's names, just so you know. It might behoove me to just lean into it and purposefully mispronounce stuff so that way you'll think it's a joke instead of me being stupid. Yeah, I'm very, very old. Let's see. I mean, it starts generally pretty rough with pencils. Kind of add more and more details, obviously. Let's see. Let's do a little. Damn. Turned 22 at the start of COVID lockdown. Dude, I have some mad empathy for people that were like in school during COVID. Like, that's wild. I can't imagine the impact on your general socialization and stuff, you know? I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be studies in like 50 years of people trying to figure out what happened to all you poor bastards. Nice. What's up, Tavern Talks? Favorite video game of all time? I like a lot of different games for different reasons. I want to say Deep Rock Galactic, though. It's one of the coolest games ever made. What's up, Keon Yo? I also have years in RuneScape and Dark Souls 3. I have like 1,000+ hours. I played a lot of PvP. Link's Awakening is up there as like probably one of the most nostalgic games for me. It's my first Zelda game. Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic slaps, dude. Dwarves with guns in space, like, come on. I don't need anything else. The music is good, the art is good, the gameplay is good, the community is good. Oh, what's up, Johnny King? Yeah, we got a Tiefling Paladin of Devotion. Studded leather with the rubber chicken. I'm very distracted by all the live stuff. So I just stole Nico's idea to have him like devoted to a chicken shop. So I'm gonna play it a little loosey-goosey. You know, sometimes I like to do super detailed guys, right? If anybody wants to, you know, sometimes I like to do these, you know, more detail, more thought. This guy's pretty cool. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I just want to do a silly guy. It doesn't have to be that crazy. Nice. My first 99 was fishing, but I didn't get that until after Old School came back. Because, I mean, I played back in the day in OG RuneScape before Evolution of Combat and all that stuff. The highest I ever got was, I think I had 90 range back in the day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no one with a boss is that devoted to their job. Facts. What do you think I'm doing? Not having a boss. Oh, nice. Are you finally done with fishing trawler? I'm proud of you. My favorite thing about fishing trawler is how the entire game is just everybody complaining about how fishing trawler sucks. And you always get one or two people that are like, oh, I'm seasick, how do you turn off this video thing? Good stuff. Thanks for the roses. I don't know what that means, but people are sending roses. That seems cool. Probably means something, right? Again, I don't know anything about TikTok, you guys. I try to stay off it in terms of, like, watching stuff. Unless it's a specific person that I'm looking at. So I don't really know a lot of what is happening. It just meant the most, Ellie, you are filming this? I hope so. Is there a way to, confirm or not that I'm filming this? Because I sure hope I am. You can rewatch your lives in a Creative Studio and screen record. Okay. That's good to know. Because I might post this thing on YouTube too, just the long, me talking and stuff. Because I have, it's crazy that I have, like 12,000 followers on TikTok, and then like, I think 17 on Instagram, which is insane. And then I have 300 on YouTube. Which kind of makes sense because I've only been posting, shorts, and people don't really watch, people don't really do shorts on YouTube the same way that they do on everything else. You know? But it's all good. I will take whatever people are able to give, you know? It's awesome that anybody is watching, right? Thanks, Keanu. Someone just sent me a finger heart. Oh, it took me way too long to realize that it was the finger heart. It looked like a Dark Souls item, like a bloody finger. Fair enough. I'll know though, Seed. I'll know. That's what matters. Yeah, this chicken's about to be smoked. Smoked and then smoked. Wife says this is cute. Well, thank you, wife. Oh, the cat picture comment guy. Hell yeah. I love your cat. What is your cat's name? You don't have to tell me. I could come up with a name for your cat every time, too. Like people come up with names for my dudes. Also, shout out to any Dutch people in the audience. I'm gonna guess Tito and Giblets. Roll for death, yeah. I feel like I've made this joke before, and it would only really be funny for me, and maybe the one or two Dutch people who find it, but for April Fools, I'll do a roll for dude, where I roll for some way to commit a dude in the Dutch sense, and then That's just the one video. There's only the one. Because I'm dead. Ginger and Gustav. Someone just sent me a banana. I'll take it. Yeah, Daniel, what's up? First time live. This is sort of a test run. What's the shop's name? I don't know. TBD. Oh no, someone made the joke before. Where'd it go? Yeah, Corvair fried chicken. That might be a D&D joke that I don't get. Oh no, it's from Eberron. That's cool. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Yeah, first time live. I've been wanting to do videos where I talk over it and put, talk over a bit of my process. But every single time that I tried to record my voice and edit it, I just rage out because I can't stand my voice. I can't stand listening to it and recording, and I'm sure that's a common, ununique problem, but I just haven't gotten over it yet when it comes to editing. But I figured if I'm live and just talking, I wouldn't care as much. And I was correct. Thanks, Nico. Princess Turnip, Lord Hamwich, Captain Bartholomew, and Queen Honeybee. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely just it's something that I know is completely self-imposed and should just get over it. I'm sure I will with practice, right? That tends to be the case. As Jake the dog once said, sucking at something is the first step to being kind of good at something. And I try to live by those words. Yeah, rubber chicken. Gotta be very careful on these edges. Okay, I don't want to crease anything. What's up, everybody? Question for the people in here. Did you get like a notification? Were you just scrolling? Did you look me out to find? I'm curious as to how the live stuff gets disseminated or advertised, I guess, without me doing anything. You know, I made an announcement yesterday, but I didn't really post any follow-ups or anything. Just scrolling and it appeared. Nice. TikTok showed me one of your recorded shorts and I simply saw you're online. Nice. Yeah, I don't know if there's how it notifies or if I have any control of that too. I don't know. But we are on to color. Exciting stuff. I'm not going to do it for this episode, but for the live people here, I do have some new markers. Look at all this. Look at all these. Look at all these markers. I'm not going to use them yet, but for everything post 100. We'll figure it out. Oh. I will be right back, y'all. I'm gonna put it on mute 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Oh, people are chatting. He pops up lots of the people I follow. Alright, let's roll for color. We take 2 d4s to decide how many colors, and then I just pick whichever one I'm feeling. Because I'm going to be totally honest with y'all, for some of those early ones, I would reroll colors. There was a period where I got like 7 red and orange in a row. Like every dude was red and orange. Every single one. And it was just boring for me, it's boring for people watching. Yeah, no, I definitely cheating. I will 100% own that I was cheating. And then I decided to just do the 2 colors, because that way it's still kind of cheating, but I'm a bit more honest about it. So 3 and 1. For stuff like this, if there's, you know, a bit more complicated, I'm definitely gonna pick the higher number. But like this guy was just 1 color, because I figured I could do a bit more. You know, you can kind of layer the blacks, you can add texture and stuff. But for this guy, I definitely want to have more than 1 colors. So we got 3. Gonna pick some D12s. And now Ellie wants a red and yellow. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, we got red. Red, orange, and brown. That's all actually pretty good for this guy. I like to do that. Red and orange. Also, I don't know if I called it out the last time, but I recently got extra markers for the yellow and white, so that I can have one that's can get a little dirty and I don't have to care. Because I'm neurotic and I need it to be like a perfect color. Anyway. Yeah, very autumnal. The best season, objectively, is fall. Changed my mind. What's up, Linda? Not from HR. Excuse me, I almost said you are from HR. That is the only thing that you are not. Yeah, they're kind of like the Posca, because those are like the paint ones. These are somewhere in between, like paint and Sharpie. So they're non-alcoholic, which is nice because they don't have fumes, but you know, it's still a pigment like felt pen, but it's a bit thicker. I'm gonna do this on a test. Or they're a bit more like opaque, right? You can kind of cover the cover colors and they blend, right? Pretty cool stuff. I like these a lot. Sakura. Japan makes some good art supplies. Yeah, and I made sure this guy was charged. Don't worry. One day, once I get my stuff set up, the plan is to play some cassettes. You know, have a little tape deck or Walkman or something playing. Show off my collection. We'll get there, you know? I'm trying to... You start small, right? You don't have to start perfectly. It's a lot easier to do something messily and then clean up the mess and move on from there than it is to try to do something without ever making a mess, you know? Yeah, I have over 1,000 cassette tapes currently, and growing. It's fun. Let's see. Let's start with... It is quite a lot. I have a lot of shelves and stuff that I haven't hung up yet. I bought a house recently, or last year, and all my tapes are still in boxes and stuff. They'll get there. Thank you, spicy woman. I've started using Roll for Dude as my daily art practice. I don't know your exact roll tables, though. Dude, that's awesome. I do have my, you can download the tables that I use off of my Ko-Fi shop for free if you want to use them, but also you don't have to. You can just do your own thing. I love the inspiration, though. That's awesome. Avernus Avenue. Thank you, Q. Oh, nice. I want to check you out, dude. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all want to, if anybody ever wants to tag me on stuff that they on any dudes of your own, I'll shout you out. I've been working on a video shouting out some people who have already done that. There's a Samantha with Dungeons and Doodles and Dungeons and Dragons and Doodles, I think, or in drawings. Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. Yeah, and she does the same thing. It's awesome. Any excuse to keep drawing, you know? I should do Magic the Gathering tokens. That'd be cool. I have a friend who recently got into Magic. Do you mean like tokens, like little coin counter tokens things, or do you mean like actual cards? Card art? I am purposefully not very knowledgeable on Magic the Gathering because it's really cool, and I would probably like it a lot, and I don't have enough money for that. I have too many other things that I spend money on. Like cassette tapes. Ooh, here. You know what? I'll throw a burnt chicken back here in his pile. And I'll throw some texture. How about that? Yeah, I would tell people I never played World of Warcraft for the same reason I never tried cocaine. Because it's expensive and I probably like it. Alright, let's see if we can get some cool color blending. Played online tabletop simulator. Nice. Yeah, I think didn't they just come out with a mobile game too? Kind of like the I've been doing the Pokemon TCG Pocket, and I think they just came out with a Magic the Gathering equivalent, the phone card game. And if nobody can tell, I don't really like coloring that much. I mostly do it because it helps and it gets the job done, but like if it was up to me, I don't think it's my favorite thing to do. I've learned to like it more, but when I was growing up, teaching myself to draw, I was almost exclusively black and white ink, pencils. I didn't really do anything with color until I was in college. I think for me it's just too many options, you know? It's just so many colors. It's hard to narrow it down. Wolfer Dude coloring book? Dude, I have thought of that. It is on my list of future merch ideas. So definitely, eventually gonna happen. Don't you worry. I think it'd be awesome. I just have to edit out all the colors for these guys, you know? Shouldn't be too hard. Oops. What are we doing? Oh, I have to verify my live. Hold on. Are we still here? Cool. Yeah, that'll be the 150 episode special, exactly. One thing that I was going to plan for the future, again, this was just a test run, so I'm not trying to get everything done, but I was going to have discounts on the dudes if you buy them during the live. So if you go to my Ko-Fi, link in bio, you'd get like X percentage off if you buy it during the live, but I haven't set that up yet. Take my money, Doodle. If you're gonna twist my arm about it, jeez. Have your design, then the prompt above a blank page so we can color one page and sketch another. Ooh. That's cool. I like that. How many? Oh, we got 20 people in here? Hell yeah. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Sundays are pretty slow, so I don't really know what the vibe is. If I do stream in the future, anybody here, are there any days of the week or times of day that are better suited? You know, like, do people watch lives during the workday? Do they watch it after work? I don't know. I don't know how TikTok... I don't know what the landscape for TikTok lives is. Sunday's good? Oh, there it goes. Sundays are great. All right, that's 3 good Sundays. I work a nocturnal shift, and I usually watch during my nocturnal on other streams. Nice. I've worked graveyard before. It's not fun. I would rather midnight to 8 in the morning versus second shift, though. Hot take. But afternoon shift is the worst. What's up? Maisie Buzzmang? I literally never watch lives, but I love your content. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. I think I'm going to call it on this guy. Here, I'll add... Whoops. Hex hot chicken. So one thing that I like to do, this is a rule of mine. Anybody can steal it if they want. But this has been a sort of self-imposed rule. Give him some sweat. He's devoted after all. If you are like me and always want to tinker and adjust and add little changes to your art, one thing that I have found to get myself to stop doing that is once I do this, once I sign a piece, it's done. I don't care if 2 months later I see a giant, big mistake that could have easily been fixed. Too late. It's done. Save it for the next one. Learn and apply it to the next one, you know? Except for these guys, sometimes I'll change it after the signature, but then I will, for real, never touch it once the seal is on it. Once I do the little wax stamp. You like working 4 to 10 p.m.? Well, more power to you. I respect it. I couldn't do it. I did it for like 4 years. I was a security guard, more of a glorified babysitter for 4 years, 4 p.m. to midnight. And it just, I don't know, it just takes your whole day away. Because for me, maybe you can be more productive than I ever could, but for me, it's that thing where if you know you have something later in the day, you just spend the entire day saying, oh man, I have 8 hours until I have to go to work. Oh man, I have 7 hours until I have to go to work. Oh man, I have 5 hours until I have to go to work. I have 4 hours until I have to go to work. And it's just, you can never relax. You can only do a couple things beforehand. And then when you're off work, everybody's asleep. And everything's closed. I couldn't do it. Some people make it work, and maybe you're one of those people. Well, I'm not rolling for wax anymore because I've got this cool wax. I made all these little nubs from all the melted excess wax. But I don't know. What do y'all think? I can use this. I can use one of these colors because the brown on brown might not be that fun actually. So what do we think? Red, yellow, or blue? You do want me to use this one? I think it'll still be cool. Blue? Blue would pop the most. The monster wax. Here, what if I do a combination? I can just throw a bit of blue into the monster. How about that? Best of both worlds. I'll take these cool blues. Frankenwax. Yeah, I'll do half and half. And here, y'all can watch it melt. Great collaboration, team. We did it. What's up, Durger King? Yeah. Thank you. Good thing about using the monster wax, though, is that I can just leave some in the spoon, and I don't have to worry about it mixing weirdly with the next color, or having to clean it out because it's all the same color. You did wax sealing for your wedding? That's cute. I don't have a Patreon yet. I do have a Ko-Fi. Actually, no, I technically have a Patreon. There's just nothing on it. It's set up, and it's, you know, like a year or two before I even started posting any dudes, I made sure to get DnD.oodles, DnD.oodles on as many platforms as I could, just to secure the consistent name. So I made a Patreon a while ago, but there's nothing on it. There's no benefits and there's no tiers or anything yet. But I do have a Ko-Fi. You can get some commissions. I am a full-time artist, so anything that anything helps, you know. It's been crazy. The amount of support and you know, people showing up. It still doesn't really feel real, I guess. So thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Spicy Woman. Spicy Woman Studios. It just shows up as Spicy Woman ... So I'm watching the I'm watching my own live on my browser while here, you know what? While I'm sometimes I like to do this. This is a super jank workaround. But if I don't want to sit there and hold the wax while it melts, I'll take this other stamp and then a gummy eraser and I'll just prop it up like that and let it sit. This is my very professional setup. Paula, what other art do I make? I do a lot of stuff. I do animation. Is sort of one of my favorite things. Animation paint. I do a bit of music. If anybody wants to check out my main Instagram, I'm Math Class Cartoons. I post some of my non-D&D stuff there. Or you can just go to mickcartoons.com MC cartoons. You know, I can just write this down. What am I doing, y'all? Again, this is a test, right? This is why we're here. We commission a rolled dude? Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be cool to, I mean, you can commission a, a personal character, but I think it'd be cool to do a, you just, I would just slap your name on whatever dude I get and send it to you. But it would just be a normal random dude, you know? But yeah, anyway, my website has a lot of my other work, both personal and professional. Alright, we got a good color. Look at this. Here, wait. I like to angle the camera so you can see it a bit better. Look at that. Beauty. I'm just going to put it right up here, though. It might be a bit big, but... Nice. Yeah, how long have we been here? Oops. He's devoted. Devoted to his craft. Oh no, you found Bosco? My dog. He was helping me melt the wax the other day. And by helping me, I mean wondering what I'm doing and then biting me. I would die for that man. Alright, so notes for the future. I need a little sign self-promoting my stuff, because I'm very bad at promoting myself or saying anything positive about myself usually, but we're getting there. Something a bit better than these post-it notes so people can see what I've rolled. Also, if anyone is interested, I'm only 4,000 EXP away from 90 woodcutting. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we're just waiting for this wax to cool. And now do I have sylvains on my table? I don't know what that is. Is that a species? They're like fey plant elves. Ooh, okay. I do not. Alright, that's good. Nice. That's pretty good. Could have had a bit more blue, but it looks pretty good. Now, final step. Instead of drawing hair and pale skin, you pick a plant flower for the hair. That's cool. Let me see what other... I found that this gold one just sticks the best. And I think I just got used to using it because I kept rolling gold, the color. But I have a couple other ones, if I can find where I put them. What the heck? Oh, there they are. I found it. Yeah, I think I have a silver. I've got whatever that is. This white one. Again, some of these didn't really stick too well. But if y'all think any of these will work better than gold, let me know. Yeah, the brown might, or the gold might sort of wash out the brown even more. I'll try this one. Oh no. Yeah. That was the play. Alright, I'm actually gonna brush that off a little bit. I sure hope this beats a Jet 2 Holiday. I've only heard bad things about those. Nice. Alright, y'all. Name my dude. Hell yeah, Linda. Thanks for being here, guys. Ochin. There's my little drowsy. Give him some company. Hi, your doodles always bring a smile to my day. Thanks for being on that side. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Connor, the honorable dude. Looks like a Greg. Terrence, the tiefling chicken salesman. I like to think that the chickens are also tieflings. They're tiefling chicken. Yeah, exactly. Or that's the one that he thinks the chickens are going to peck him with. Little does he know they're actually all just rubber chickens. Maybe he thinks they're real. That's my headcanon. All right, everybody. He's in a cardboard box. Oh no, Grimlock. Yeah, this is just a test. I would like to do something a bit more regular or scheduled, or you know, something a bit more routine than just popping in one day. But yeah. Do a little extra doodle. All right. For the live people, I'll do a little doodle. Ooh, I can do a. I'll do something quick. Like a smaller dude. Let me see. Here, you know what? I'll do a bonus dude. I'm gonna do a tiny bonus dude on this little square. Okay, we're gonna go fast and loose. All right, race to orc. Hell yeah. The first dude I ever drew was an orc. Yeah, speed round, let's go. Okay, orc to barbarian. Okay, orc barbarian. Plus, hold on, move this. Much better. What's up, that one guy? Good afternoon to you, too. Oh, volcanic. Hell yeah. Okay, we got an orc barbarian. Oh, I didn't do the secondary roll. Hold on. My bad. It's a barbarian, right? Okay. Barbarian. Ancestry. Okay. We'll see how I interpret that. And roll for weapon. Got a pole arm 7. What is that? Got a trident. Okay. New roll. An orc. Barbarian. Ancestry. Whatever that means. Yeah, they're rack that is on purpose. For the Emperor. Mechanic armor and a trident. Yo, this guy's actually sounds pretty cool. Asaurus Wrath. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know what that is. I can see it. Yeah, lava trident sounds cool. All right, I'm not even gonna go with pencil, guys. I'm just gonna go to town, see what happens. Ancestry. Oh, let me... You know what? Oh shit, Squidward Tentacles just joined. Are you the real Squidward Tentacles? That's crazy. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make him an old guy. The last time I got a Ancestry Barbarian, it worked out because I did a wild magic roll and I was able to turn it into a joke with his little, like, ghost parents in the background. But yeah, I think I'll just make him an old guy. Henry just joined. What's up, Henry? It's a cool name. What is an Ancestry Barbarian? That is a great question. According to the wiki, they... I guess they get power from, like, their ancestral spirits. I'm sure there's somebody who knows more about it than I do. It could be a lot more helpful. Yeah, they use their historic ancestors to aid and help fight. That's cool. Yeah, borrow muscles from ghosts, obviously. Okay, so they're like support. Okay, quick tangent, but can I get a nice in the chat? Hold on, let me turn this light off. Y'all can see. Can I get a nice? Thank you, Squidward. Thank you, Durger King. Hold on. A politician barbarian that used the founding fathers as support. That's pretty funny. Alright. I'm just gonna go for it, guys. You know what? I have a funny idea. If it was a zombie orc, would it count as its own ancestors? That's a good question. He's just a little guy. Yeah, he's actually a Marty McFly. Yes, he is in a volcano. My little hands, thank you. Yeah, ¿por qué no los dos? Yeah, shout out to Drawing Hands. If anybody wants to, if you want to know how I got good at drawing hands, the answer is I drew a metric shit ton of hands. I think there was an entire year in high school, I want to say sophomore, junior year, where the only thing that I drew was hands. And I mean the only thing that I drew the entire year was hands. Because hands are very hard to draw. But the good thing about hands, little known fact, is you always have a reference on you. Unless you don't have hands. Shout out to people without hands. Having to use Google for references. But yeah, hands are hard. I tried to get good at them as early as I could. And then move on to other stuff that's hard to draw. Yeah, the DBZ boot. What is it? It's got the little thing. And there's like a shine, right? Is that a DBZ boot? It's got the little like shine. Shout out to Toriyama. I got Chrono Trigger up here. Volcano Midsummer, yeah. Alright, I'll roll for color. I was going to just do random colors, but I'm just going to decide that I'm going to do 2 colors. Oh, nice. Look at that. That's pretty good. Got yellow and gold. Pink and purple, yeah. I was telling people before, if you weren't here, I don't want to break anybody's illusions of me, but I have re-rolled colors, and I cheat sometimes with the rolls. But so far I have not had to do that for whenever I get Volcano. I always manage to get either red, yellow, or orange. And so far, the 2 times that I've got Denim, I've happened to get a blue color. So I didn't have to re-roll those. Does he do drag? Probably. Everybody needs a hobby. The Sand Guardian. Oh, I did. Thank you. Angry toddler at the beach, exactly. All he wanted to do was dig a hole and make his little sandcastle. And everybody just wants to push him in the water. All he knows is volcano. His name is Kevin and his job is volcano. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it there for now. These are the dudes. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I might try again maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, like afternoon or during the day. I don't know. We'll see. I'll play around with it. I'm probably going to test some different times, different days. But yeah. Thanks a lot for being here, everybody. I'll add it to my list. I had, because when I made the second list, the second species list, I had to leave some on the chopping block. So I will add Sylvains to the next list, even if they are elves. All right, everybody. Yes, they're on the list too. The Aracracroc. Those are the eagle dudes, right? I think that's the eagle people. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody.